Hold up. Yeah, so if he was pound for pound, Floyd was pound for pound. You or Floyd, who would have done that? Who would have won that?
I didn't want them to fight. I really like both of those guys. Yeah. A lot. Mm-hmm. Like
Mayweather's very tricky, but at the same time, Crawford will go right-handed and left-handed. So it would be a big problem for Mayweather.
Terence Crawford claps back at Floyd Mayweather's challenge, boldly declaring victory. He asserts his elite skills, knockout power, and unmatched adaptability would secure a dominant win in a blockbuster showdown.
Hold up. Yeah, so if he was pound for pound, Floyd was pound for pound. You or Floyd, who would have done that? Who would have won that?
Me.
Oh, okay, I'm just asking. Floyd was pound for pound before.
That would have been a hard fight, though.
Man, me versus anybody. I'm gonna always say me.
Okay.
Come on now.
Floyd Mayweather has made it crystal clear he has no interest in stepping into the ring with Terence Crawford or Errol Spence Jr. In a shocking interview, he bluntly admitted that he simply dislikes both fighters. This revelation sent shockwaves through the boxing world, fueling intense speculation. Some critics argue Mayweather strategically avoids matchups that won't elevate his legacy or bank account. Others insist he has nothing left to prove, having already dominated the sport and secured his status as an undefeated legend.
I didn't want them to fight. I really like both of those guys. Yeah. A lot. Mm-hmm. Like, I had a chance to hang around Earl. I had a chance to hang around Terence. And both guys, class act. It would look like I'm leaning towards one guy because I boxed one guy before.
Mm-hmm. It was beautiful to watch, but also tough to watch to see what happened to Errol. Obviously, we don't wish bad on,
Nobody. The best man won. Mm-hmm. If I was training him or I was in his corner, I don't think he should be fighting at 147 at all. I don't even think he should be fighting at 154.
Really?
I think he should be fighting at 160 or 168.
Wow.
That's just my honest opinion.
Experts widely contend that Floyd Mayweather's legacy far surpasses Terence Crawford's in terms of marquee victories. Mayweather consistently headlined blockbuster pay-per-view events, defeating globally renowned superstars. Conversely, Crawford's opposition lacks the same household appeal. While Crawford has conquered multiple divisions, critics argue he has yet to battle elite icons of Mayweather's caliber under the bright lights.
Everybody acting like Bud is the second coming of Mayweather. Y'all got the game fucked up. Mayweather actually didn't get hit. Bud gets hit by dudes that, who on Bud's resume is an equivalent of someone on Floyd's resume? So that's it right there. You know what I'm saying? Floyd not getting hit by elites, Bud getting hit by non-elites, and somehow y'all think Canelo not about to touch him.
Shane Mosley, a legendary former world champion, shared his insights on Floyd Mayweather's dominance in boxing. He described Mayweather as a strategic and tactical genius, known for his undefeated legacy and elite-level defense. Mosley highlighted how Mayweather meticulously chose his opponents, but always secured victories against the biggest names in the sport. This unparalleled success solidified his status as one of the greatest boxers ever. While praising Mayweather's supreme skill set, Mosley noted that Terence Crawford's explosive style could have posed a serious challenge. This bold statement reignited heated debates about how Crawford would perform against a prime Mayweather.
Floyd Mayweather, though, is a legendary athlete. What makes a legendary athlete is the one who wants to compete. He's notorious for dodging fights when they should happen.
Floyd is so afraid to lose. He grew up in a different era. In the era that I grew up in, it was who was the best, and I will fight anybody who's in my way.
Right.
Floyd's era, what he created was, we're not gonna lose. If you lose, then everything's messed up. So he wanted to win so bad until he would wait till the guys would be at the right time or weight or age or whatever, past their prime. He waited for the right time to go in there and do what he had to do. But he's a winner. He wants to win. So he whatever it takes, not just in the ring, but outside the ring,
Maybe
he's
he
gonna win. He wanted to have the only person to have the O and leave out like that, with just having no loss.
That's killing boxing.
Terence Crawford has sparked controversy by alleging that Floyd Mayweather used intravenous IV fluids before his iconic bout against Manny Pacquiao. According to Crawford, this practice was not legally permitted, raising serious questions about Mayweather's legacy. Some analysts suggest IVs can mask banned substances or aid in extreme dehydration recovery. Mayweather's team denied any misconduct, insisting the fluids were medically approved. However, Crawford's claims reignited heated debates about whether Mayweather enjoyed unfair advantages throughout his career.
You guys can use IVs to rehydrate?
We can't use IVs either.
No? When did they change that?
I ain't never. They changed anything. I think that was legal because you know when Floyd fought Pacquiao, that was a thing. He was using IVs or something like that. But yeah, you can't use that stuff.
You can use the IV to mask performance-enhancing drugs. So that's why they outlawed it.
Yeah.
Terence Crawford continues to defy limits, climbing weight divisions and showcasing his elite adaptability. Now, he's eyeing a mega fight with Canelo Alvarez, something Floyd Mayweather never dared. While Mayweather outclassed a young, raw Canelo, he avoided Gennady Golovkin, a dominant middleweight powerhouse. Crawford's bold pursuit of boxing greatness proves his hunger for legacy, setting the stage for a high-stakes showdown that could shake the sport's financial and historical landscape.
Floyd versus Triple G. Listen, man, Floyd didn't fight him, and Floyd is an all-time great. But what a missed opportunity. You got Crawford going from 135 and talking about fighting Canelo at 168. It's kind of the same thing, except for Floyd fought a few times at 154. I'm not faulting Floyd for not fighting Triple G. I totally get it. I'm just saying that upper echelon, the reason why I will always have Sugar Ray Leonard over Floyd is the crazy, the insane part of it. What Terence Crawford is talking about doing, he ain't saying, let me meet Canelo at a catchweight. Canelo's undisputed there. Let me go get him.
You guys was crazy about Triple G talking. Triple G was such, an unbelievable fighter. He's okay. Straight up and down, no special effects. Even at the age of 40, but I'm not looking forward to fighting Triple G, but that'd be easy.
Floyd has mentioned that if he were ever to fight you, he felt that it would be an easy fight because he feels you're kind of a rustic fighter. What's your reaction to that?
He talks too much.
Boxing icon Juan Manuel Marquez has issued a strong warning to Terence Crawford about the dangers of moving up in weight to challenge Canelo Alvarez. Marquez stressed that weight divisions exist for a reason, highlighting the massive risk a natural lightweight faces against an elite super middleweight. Canelo, renowned for his knockout power and ability to dismantle bigger opponents, poses a serious threat. While Marquez believes the size gap is insurmountable, Crawford remains confident, insisting that his speed and technical prowess can outclass Canelo's raw power.
I don't like the fight because Terence Crawford is a good fighter, but in the sport of boxing, it has divisions. You know what I mean?
Right, weight classes.
Yeah, weight classes
for a reason.
Weight classes and Terence Crawford is a good fighter in super lightweight, welterweight, super welterweight, but I think more. I remember when Terence Crawford fought with Madrimov.
Yes.
He looks slow. He looks with no power. And three more divisions, two more divisions. I think it's a top fight for Terence Crawford, but Terence Crawford is a great fighter. He has a great defense. He has a good combination punches, but I think the weight class is no good for him.
Devin Haney shared his thoughts on how Terence Crawford would have fared against Floyd Mayweather's former opponents. He acknowledged that Crawford once lived in Mayweather's shadow, but suggested that results could have been different had Crawford faced the same competition. Some argue Crawford could have dominated certain rivals, while others firmly dispute that claim.
and he's hanging on to the Floyd Mayweather era. I mean, so hard, he choked out Terence Crawford. He's still talking about he in boxing. Terence Crawford couldn't have an era to himself. And if you put Terence Crawford against any opponent on Floyd's resume, who do you have favorite? Terence Crawford or one of Floyd's opponents?
Why does Ryan keep mentioning another?
No, I'm asking a question first. Do we got Terence Bud Crawford beating everybody on Floyd's resume?
Still dropping it.
Does Terence beat Floyd?
Huh?
Does Terence beat
Well, that's
Floyd?
what I was going to ask you after. I mean, shit. You dig? I mean, it's an era where Terence was in the shadows of Floyd. And when Devin came along, there was no shadow that was big enough.
Many boxing analysts speculate that a 147-pound showdown between Terence Crawford and Floyd Mayweather could favor Crawford. His knockout power, dynamic adaptability, and seamless stance switches pose serious challenges. However, critics argue that Mayweather's legendary defense, strategic mastery, and unparalleled fight IQ would secure victory.
Floyd Mayweather and Gervonta Davis, or Shakur and Terence Crawford. You know, I thought Tank could beat Shakur, and then the Lamont Roach fight happened, and I'm like, okay, I'm going back with Tank Shakur. Tank don't got enough. He doesn't have enough to offer. A fighter who gets hit the least versus a fighter who throws the least. This will probably be a very embarrassing night for Gervonta. He got outworked on the inside, where I think Shakur Stevenson is amazing defensively and offensively. He's just a better inside fighter, especially when inside the clinch. Like I said, I had Gervonta winning this one. Then the Roach fight showed me like he can't win 12-round fights. So I'm going to go Shakur. Now, Bud versus Floyd, a lot of people going to dismiss this because they just love Floyd Mayweather to death. But this is a really good bout. And I think it's quite simple. Anything past 36 years old, I'm going to go Terence Crawford. Assuming this fight is at welterweight. 147, that is. But anything under 147 and anything under the age of 36, I would have to go with Floyd. So 135, yeah, I think Floyd going to beat Bud pretty bad. And 140, yeah, Floyd going to beat him pretty bad. But 147, both at 36, Bud that fought Spence, I'm going to go Crawford. You guys let me know who y'all picking these two fights.
Terence Crawford is widely regarded as one of the greatest pound-for-pound boxers of this era. However, comparisons to Floyd Mayweather persist, with some arguing he hasn't reached Mayweather's legendary status. While Mayweather retired undefeated, Crawford's ongoing career presents a lucrative opportunity to solidify his legacy and potentially eclipse Mayweather's historic achievements in boxing history.
So I saw this on Instagram and I absolutely have to post this. This is crazy. So this guy says, not a hot take, Terence Crawford beats any version of Floyd Mayweather. Now, Terence Crawford is absolutely the best boxer in the world right now, and he's an all-time fighter. He's a legend. He's all of that, but he is not Floyd Mayweather. I don't know how you could say this is not a hot take. This is one of the hottest takes you could put out on the internet. And people have been saying this stuff about Floyd Mayweather for 20 years, and it's never happened. He's never lost. Floyd Mayweather is the best defensive boxer of all time, and I don't think he would allow Terence Crawford to get things going, and I think Floyd Mayweather would piece him up. Now, this is not to discredit Terence Crawford because he and every other fighter of all time is not on the level of Floyd Mayweather. Let me know what you guys think.
Although they've been rivals, Floyd Mayweather has openly praised Terence Crawford. Mayweather recently declared Crawford as the world's top pound-for-pound fighter. This endorsement is powerful, given Mayweather's iconic status. His recognition solidifies Crawford's dominance, proving he's a generational talent with elite skills and an unstoppable legacy.
There was some kind of crazy trash talk with Gervonta and Terence Crawford recently. And one of the things that I've always kind of noticed is most of the time, one of the things that's kind of off limits is families. Like you usually don't,
I know where you're going with this.
Yeah, and so I wanted to kind of understand what your thoughts was about like some of those comments that was made. I think it was about Terrence's wife. What, like in your mind, where? Because obviously, like you've been in this sport.
I think Terence Crawford right now in the sport of boxing is the pound for pound best fighter in the sport of boxing right now. It's good to see him in the position that he's in. I think he has a beautiful family. I think he has a beautiful wife, a beautiful queen, a black queen. And there's nothing better than a black woman in this world. That's just my opinion.
A Floyd Mayweather versus Terence Crawford showdown would be a blockbuster event, dominating headlines and breaking pay-per-view records. Mayweather, though older, stays in peak condition, training rigorously. However, his speed and reflexes have diminished. Crawford, in his prime, holds the physical edge, but Mayweather's unmatched ring IQ and defensive mastery could level the playing field. This mega fight would captivate boxing enthusiasts globally.
So, a lot of times I'm working in the gym, my hands be so fast, so I work with different size gloves, but most of the time when you see me on the bag, I make it look so light, I make it look so sweet. They be 16s. So, that's what they be. So shit come fast, you know. Shit come fast. Shit come fast. It make no much.
That wraps up today's exciting episode. Don't miss out. Subscribe now and stay engaged for more exclusive content coming soon.